Welcome back everyone. The topic for now is Newton's divided difference formula. We have already studied what is Newton's forward difference, backward difference interpolation formula. The difference formula we have today is Newton's divided difference formula. Now, what is so special about divided differences? Let's see what are divided differences, then we shall go to the formula with divided differences. Now, when we had studied Newton's forward and backward difference interpolation formula, we insisted that the points were equally spaced. There was a concept of h coming over there. The points we had chosen were such that the first point is x naught, the second point is x naught plus h, then it was x naught plus 2h, so on till x naught plus n times h. But not all the data we take are equispaced data. That means the x values need not be equispaced all the time. Therefore, we need a formula which will be applicable even to the data which is not equispaced on the x-axis. So for that concept, we are introducing this divided difference formula. Now let's see what are divided differences. Let the function y is equal to f of x. Take the values f of x naught, f of x1, f of x2, comma so on, f of xn corresponding to the points x naught, x1, x2 to xn which are not necessarily equispaced. Corresponding to these points, the function values are given over here and the points are not necessarily equispaced. That means they can be at any distance from each other. Then the divided differences of order 1 are given by, these are the divided differences, and there is a concept of the order 1 and second order and higher order also we can define the divided differences. I shall go to the table and it will be more clear from the table. So I have this table over here. Okay. So I have listed down in the form of a table. The x values are x0, x1, x2, x3. Y values are f of x0, f of x1, f of x2 and f of x3. Now how to find the divided differences? If it was just forward difference or backward difference, we shall be taking the differences f of x1 minus f of x0. The differences is taken from bottom to top. ಕೆಳಗಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆಗೆ ನಾವು differences ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗಿತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆಗೆ ತೆಗೆಯೋದು. ಬಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ I have to take the differences and there is also a division involved. Therefore, it is called the divided difference. Okay. Division along with difference, divided difference. So what is the division and what is the difference? Difference is f of x1 minus f of x0 divided by this x1 minus x0. Therefore, the corresponding values of x are being divided. Okay. And the notation for the divided differences are f of x0 comma x1. Okay. So f square bracket ಅಲ್ಲಿ x0 comma x1 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is the divided difference corresponding to this f of x0 and f of x1 and the x values x0 ಮತ್ತೆ x1. x0 ಮತ್ತೆ x1 ಗೆ corresponding ಆಗಿರುವ divided differences ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So the first differences are f of x1 minus f of x0 divided by x1 minus x0. The second difference corresponding to x1 and x2, it is written as f square bracket x1 comma x2, and the divided difference is f of x2 minus f of x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Similarly, the divided difference corresponding to x2 and x3 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ f square bracket x2 comma x3, it is f of x3 minus f of x2 divided by x3 minus x2. So this is what is written in this general formula. Okay. Then ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಟು ಟಾಪ್. This the first order difference corresponding to x1 comma x2 minus the first order difference corresponding to x0 comma x1 divided by, ಈಗ divided by ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ನಾನು ಯಾವ x values ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು? There are two ways of seeing it. The first thing is ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾನು diagonal ಆಗಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Diagonal ಆಗಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತ x value is x2. ಇದರಿಂದ ಡಯಾಗ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಂಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತ x value is x0. Therefore, it is x2 minus x0. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Okay. So I have the second order divided differences are f of x1 comma x2 minus f of x0 x1 divided by x2 minus x0. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ the next one will be this minus this, that is f of x2 comma x3 minus f of x1 comma x2 divided by diagonally ಇದರಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ x3 ಇದರಿಂದ diagonally ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ x1 therefore divided by x3 minus x1. Okay, so those are the second order differences. Notation ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಈಗ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ? I started from x0, x1, x1, x2. Therefore, from x0 to x2 is there in my divided difference. Therefore, f of x0, x1 and x2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ? x1, x2, x3 is taken. Therefore, the divided difference corresponding to x1, x2, x3. Next, third order ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ what are the x values involved? x1, x0, x1, x2, x1, x2 and x3. Therefore, x0 in the x3 varege ide. Therefore, it is x0, x1, x2, x3. And what is the difference? Second order difference, this one minus the second order difference divided by what is the x value I should take diagonally down? It is x3. What is the x value I should take diagonally up? x0. Therefore, x3 minus x0. This is how the divided differences work. Okay. So, it is very important that you remember the division. Otherwise, it just becomes the forward difference table or the backward difference table. We have a problem now. Prepare the divided difference table for the following data. X values ಮತ್ತು f of x ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. We have put them in the form of columns over here. X ಮತ್ತು f of x ಅನ್ನ. And how many order differences are there? ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ? So each time the number of differences reduced by 1. Therefore, if there were 5 entries here, then first difference ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, second difference ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, third difference ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, fourth difference ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, when you write the table, you should know how many columns your table will take. Okay, and I have put the headers over here. Y equal to f of x, first is x, ಆಮೇಲೆ y equal to f of x, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು first differencesಗೆ 2 ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ್ದೆರಡು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ xi, xj ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ xi, xj, xk, ಆಮೇಲೆ xi, xj, xk, xl, xi, xj, xk, xl, xm, ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಗಿ i, j, k, l, m ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. 5 x ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Okay, now let's come to the differences. First difference ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 18 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 1. 18 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 1, that is 9. And 58 minus 18 divided by 4 minus 3. Therefore, this is 40. 190 minus 58 divided by 6 minus 4. Therefore, this is 61. 920 minus 190 divided by 10 minus 6. First difference is simple and easy to write. Second, third, fourth, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. So this one we shall come now. This is 40 minus 9. What are the values of x? ಇದ್ರದ್ದು diagonal ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 4. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು diagonal ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ 1. That is 4 minus 1. The second order difference is 61 minus 40. So that we have the first order differences. Okay. So now ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಇದನ್ನ. So 61 minus 40 divided by diagonally down ಬಂದ್ರೆ 6 minus 3. 182.5 minus 61. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ the diagonally down is 10 divided by diagonally up is 4 divided by 10 minus 4. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ 7 minus 10.33 divided by ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇದು x values ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Here it is 0. While coming down this is 6. Therefore 6 minus 1. 10.25 minus 7 divided by 10. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 3 divided by 10 minus 3. Similarly, the last one, this minus this. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ x values ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? The first one and the last one, that is 10 minus 1. This is one way of doing it. Now, another way of doing it is ಈ x values ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, First x values, they are consecutive values, 3 minus 1, 4 minus 3, 6 minus 4, 10 minus 6. Second differences ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they are alternative. 1 ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು 3 ಇಲ್ಲ, 4 alternative. 1 and 4, so it is 4 minus 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 ಗೆ the pair is 6, okay, so 6 minus 3. 4 ಗೆ pair is 10, therefore this is 10 minus 6, alternative ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಾವು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 2 ಬಿಟ್ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, therefore 1 and 1 ಗೆ pair is 6. ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 ಗೆ pair is 10 ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 4 ಗೆ 2 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಳಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ, therefore 3 ಗೆ 2 ಬಿಟ್ಟು 10 is the pair, therefore divided by 10 minus 3, that is this one. Okay, the last one ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ 3 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು, therefore 1 3 ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು 10, therefore that is 10 minus 1, that is the last divided difference. So this is how our divided difference work. I have done the another table. I think it is simple enough to see this now. If workout madilla, you can find the table by yourself. X values are given as 1361. Y values kottilla. You should put this 1361 in this function and then take the values for y. Then there is something called as the recursive property of divided differences. ಈ recursive property ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು, ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಐ ಶಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ x0 x1 x2 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್? Divided difference corresponding to x1 x2, that is this one, minus the divided difference corresponding to x0 x1, that is the divided difference corresponding to the last two minus the divided difference corresponding to the first two. ಅದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರಿಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ the divided difference corresponding to the last three minus the divided difference corresponding to the first three. First three ಯಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ x0 x1 x2 divided by the last point minus the first point. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ last point ಯಾವುದು? x3, first point ಯಾವುದು? x0, therefore the last point minus the first point. Okay, so this is the property of divided differences, whatever may be the order. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು recursive property ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. Recursive ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that keeps on repeating for us. Okay, so if I want to take the divided difference of order k, that is f of x0 x1 x2 to xk, what will be the divided difference? First ಒಂದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, the divided difference corresponding to x1 x2 to xk minus the last ಒಂದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, divided difference corresponding to x0 x1 x2 to xk minus 1 divided by the last point minus the first point, that is xk minus x0. This is called as the recursive property of divided differences. Keeping all this now, we define an interpolation formula which we call as the Newton's divided difference interpolation formula. Okay, so let me take a function y is equal to f of x, which takes the values f of x0 x1 f of x2 f of xn corresponding to the points x0 x1 x2 to xn, which are not necessarily equispaced. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. We can take the points which are not necessarily equispaced, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. Then the Newton's divided difference interpolation formula is given by, this is the interpolation formula. If I want to interpolate it, the function f of x, then f of x is equal to the value at the first point, that is f of x0 plus x minus x0 is a term, then the first second order divided difference. The first order divided difference andre the point f of x0 itself. ಆಮೇಲೆ x minus x0 into the first order divided difference, second order divided difference corresponding to x0 x1, first order second order, this is the first order divided difference. ಆಮೇಲೆ x minus x0 into x minus x1 into the second order divided difference, x0 x1 x2, plus so on x minus x0 x minus x1 to x minus xn minus 1 nth order divided difference. n minus 1th order nth order ಇದು in minus 1th order divided difference. Okay, so formula ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, just look at this divided difference, f of x0 ಆಮೇಲೆ x0 x1 x0 x1 x2 x0 x1 x2 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ x3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, so f of x0 x1 to xn. So which are the divided differences we have been taking? I shall go to the general formula. ಒಂದು f of x0 ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಆಮೇಲೆ f of x0 x1. Okay, this is taken f of x0 x1, ಆಮೇಲೆ f of x0 x1 x2 ಆಮೇಲೆ f of x0 x1 x2 x3 is being taken. That means all these differences are taken in my formula. ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಟಾಪ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ನಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಟಾಪ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೋಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ first order divided difference ಗೆ there is a term x minus x naught. Okay. Second order differences ಗೆ there are two terms x minus x naught, x minus x1. And how does the pattern go? x naught x1 ಇದ್ರೆ I have a term only up to x minus x naught. x naught ವರೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, x1 ಇಲ್ಲ. Divided difference corresponding to x naught x1 x2 ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ I have a term till x1, x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2 ಇಲ್ಲ, last term ಇಲ್ಲ. Similarly, if I take the divided difference till xn, I will have terms up to xn minus 1, x minus x naught, x minus x1 till x minus xn minus 1. Therefore, this is how the divided difference table works for me. Okay. So we have put it in the form of a problem now. Using the Newton's divided difference interpolation formula, find f of 6 from the following data. This is only one formula, forward or backward and a confusion illa. Therefore, there is no need to check whether I have to interpolate in the beginning or in the ending anta check ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. Okay. So this is my table values given. As the moment it is given, because I have to apply only this formula, we shall directly go to writing the divided difference table. So x values ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, f of x values ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. X values are 5, 7, 11, 13, 21. Y values are 150, 392, 1452, 2366 and 9702. Then I have written the divided difference table. Calculations kuda simple enough to understand. 392 minus 150 divided by 7 minus 5 is the first difference. ಆಮೇಲೆ 1452 minus 392 divided by 11 minus 7. 236 is minus 1452 divided by 13 minus 11. 9702 minus 2366 divided by 21 minus 13. These are the first order differences. ಆಮೇಲೆ 265 minus 121 divided by, ಈಗ 1 bit ಒಂದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, 5 ಮತ್ತೆ 11 ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. That is 11 minus 5. ಆಮೇಲೆ 457 minus 265. Diagonal ಯಾವುದು 13. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು 7. Therefore divided by 13 minus 7. ಆಮೇಲೆ 917 minus 457 divided by 21 minus 11. Similarly, the remaining differences also you can calculate. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು highlight ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, these are the terms which will go into my formula. F of x naught, divided difference x naught x1, divided difference x naught x1 x2, divided difference x naught x1 x2 x3, divided difference x naught x1 x2 x3 to x4. Therefore, these are the divided difference which come in my formula. I have noted down all the values. I am asked to find the value of f of 6. Therefore, x is taken to be 6. X naught is 5. These are the only things which are required for me. Okay. X naught, x1 kuda beku namige, x1 x2 ellanu namage beku. ಆಮೇಲೆ whatever the divided difference required in my formula, I have noted down 150, 121, 24, 1 and 0. Newton's divided difference interpolation formula ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು x4 ವರೆಗೆ. x4 ವರೆಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3 ವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so these are the observations what I make and I start substituting. F of x naught is 150 plus x minus x naught, x is 6, x naught is 5, therefore 6 minus 5 into the first order divided difference is 121 plus x minus x naught already ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು into x minus x1, x is 6, x1 is 7 into this the second order difference, that is 24 plus x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2, x2 is 11, therefore into next third order difference ನಮಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, that is 1 plus the fourth order difference is 0, therefore anything I multiply to it, it is going to make it as 0, therefore it is not necessary. Then carefully simplify all the numbers. The value I will be getting is 252, therefore f of 6, the value is 252. Calculation wise table ಒಂದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ the remaining calculations are very much simpler than our Newton's forward and backward interpolation formula. Now the first problem we did finding the value of f of x 6. Adhe tara the second problem is you'll have to find the cubic curve which passes through these points. Also find f of 10. First function find out ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ its value at 10 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Therefore ಈ ತರದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ we shall write the divided difference table. x values ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಡ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ x, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ y. Therefore 4, 7, 9, 12, these are the values of x. Minus 43, 83, 327 and 1053, these are the values of y. Then find the divided differences. Okay, so divided difference table I leave it to you to calculate. I have explained in the previous two problems also. So x value asked to find the value at 10, but we are not going to substitute it first itself. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬಿಕ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಬೇಕು. x0 value is 4. Then which are the differences I need to take? Minus 43, 42, 16 and 1. That is f of x0, divided difference corresponding to x0, x1, divided difference x0, x1, x2, divided difference x0, x1, x2, x3. Okay, so it is going up to x3. Therefore, you should see till where I should put in the formula. Okay, so divided difference formula I have written over here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ x ನಾನು substitute ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ substitute ಮಾಡುವ. f of x0 is minus 43. Then x minus x0 becomes x minus 4 into the divided difference x0 x1 is 42 plus x minus x0 into x minus x1 into divided difference. The next divided difference I should be taking is 16 plus x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2 into the next divided difference I should be taking is 1. Therefore simplify all this. I've got this answer. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಟ್ 10 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಸ್ 10. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 10 ಕ್ಯೂಬ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ 1000, minus 4 into 10 square, 4 into 100, that is 400, 7 into 10, 70, minus 15, the answer you're going to get is 515. Therefore this is one more type of problem over here. And one more problem, it is being worked out here. Construct the divided difference table and write out the Newton's form of the interpolation formula anta kelidare. So the solution is being given to you. I think you can go note down the solution, understand the solution. I've written the formula, I've substituted that. Illi point kelila, only the polynomial is being asked. Here also the fourth one also, develop the divided difference table and find the interpolation polynomial. Therefore we have not substituted for x, that is being kept as it is. Okay, so you can go through these problems. Few more problems, exercise problems shall follow in your notes. Please go through them. Thank you.